Cry about WoW? This
Hey
guy?
guys, what's up? It's me, Francis. I want to talk about a game tonight that I haven't talked about in a really long time, okay? And that game is World of Warcraft. But, you know, nobody's fucking talking about that game anymore because they drove it into the ground, okay? Look at me. I'm your target demographic, all right? And when you convinced me to unsubscribe because of how bad your game has gotten, you done fucked up. Well, you guys are back in the news for a change, all right? And it's not because you're making the Legions expansion. It's not because you're recycling Illidan for fucking E-points, okay? It's because you guys, in your infinite wisdom and stupid marketing decision, decided to shut down one of the most popular private servers out there. I get why you did it, by the way, okay? You saw that there were nearly 1 million accounts on that server. You saw that there were 150,000 active players who were playing there every day, playing your game the way they wanted to play it instead of the way you fucking wanted to play it. But let's not forget, they also weren't paying you $15 a month for access to a server.
Okay, so remember during the last video that we were watching, I said that that's why Blizzard shut it down. And Francis here makes that exact point. The only reason Blizzard shut them down was because Blizzard wants, I think Blizzard will eventually want to open up vanilla servers, not until after Legion, of course, and be able to make the money themselves. They don't want somebody else to be taking away customers. I think Blizzard realizes how popular vanilla servers would be, and especially now that they've seen this Nostalrius server, and that's why they're talking to this Nostalrius group. So eventually they're going to open up the servers, probably not for a year or so, and they'll reap the benefits financially, not allow some private server who wasn't even charging money to be able to take customers away from them. So anyways, that's what Francis said here.
We're buying your little fucking mounts and your fucking pets and all your other bullshit from your new little e-store you put in the game. Oh, and they didn't buy the all-important expansions either, by the way. They didn't buy 12 years worth of expansions that each one increasingly made the game more insufferable to play and further away from the game it was meant to be. You see, the server you guys shut down was a vanilla server, okay? For the basic game that came out back in 2004 without any of the bullshit expansions, without any of the fucking easy mode, without any of the casual raids, without a fucking e-store, just a hardcore MMO, which is something no one wants to make anymore, not even you. Your player base, including me, have asked you time and time again for a vanilla server. We've asked you for progression servers, and time again, you fucking told us no. So you know what? We did it ourselves. Oh, but Big Daddy Blizzard knows what's best for you. Well, you don't want that hardcore stuff. You don't want the hard stuff. You don't want vanilla progression servers. Why don't you go download the newest expansion and stand alone in your garrison on an empty fucking server and buy lots and lots of mounts for real life cash? No, I won't do that, okay? I'm gonna go play on a vanilla server that someone else is offering. And even if you shut that...
Okay, his example of what current World of Warcraft is bang on. Like, how often do you actually find yourselves out in the regular world, like those of you that are actually still playing World of Warcraft, out exploring the world, whether you're leveling or just doing whatever, or compared to how much time do you actually spend in the city? Back in vanilla, you were out in the world 99% of the time, maybe doing an instance run here and there, whereas now you're sitting in town the entire time, queuing up for instances, or what have you, or you're in your garrison. You're not ever actually out exploring the world, which has killed the world. Why even have an expansion with new lands when you're just you don't have to actually explore them anyways? Like I think there's a zone in Warlords of Draenor. Is there? I don't know, maybe not. I'm wanting to say that there was one zone in Warlords of Draenor that I never even went into until I actually hit level 100. I may be mistaken, but the point is that you can level from basically level 15 or whatever, whenever you can do Group Finder, all the way up to 100 without ever going into the world, and it's ridiculous. They should turn it around. I mentioned this earlier, and make it so that world questing gives you faster XP than actually running through instances. My point of view, just to bring people back into the world, but
the fuck down. I'm not coming to play your shitty Garrison Facebook fucking game. I'm not gonna play the shitty fucking thing you've turned the game into. Look, some of us just want to go back to where our hearts belong. Some of us just want to go home. And we want to play the game that we remember, the game that we loved, the ones we poured our blood and our sweats and our tears into, okay? We just want to take a trip down memory lane, and fuck you for not letting us do that. And yes, some of us want the challenge. Some of us want to be challenged, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some of us want a hardcore game that we have to play hardcore and rewards us with hardcore rewards that fucking means something. And you know what? You should listen to us, okay? We asked for you to let us play the way we want to play, where we want to play, and we want to pay you to do it.
Okay, see, and this is the point everybody's trying to make. Mid-90s Skevinish, sorry I didn't see it earlier. Watching others game is about as close as we get to gaming. Have about 15 guys around a 12-inch screen. Let's see, hold on. M. Garvin, I'll read that after the video's over. Back in class, I can't read that while I'm on stream. Let's see. Pretty sure this. I think that it is his normal voice. If you watch any of his other streams, or I think he's got maybe a bit of a sinus problem or something like that. But for those of you that have never seen Boogie before, he's actually got an interesting story. There's a video that he's put out where it tells sort of his life story of what has happened to him in his past. Seems like a pretty cool guy, actually. Wife takes. Okay, I can't read that. Okay, so half the comments I can't actually read while I'm in stream. That's all right.
For us, you took away your toys like a petulant child and refused to let us play ball because we wouldn't play by your fucking rules. I don't know who it is over there at Blizzard that keeps this from happening. We've been asking you for years for a vanilla server or a progression server or both, and you refuse to do it. And I don't know if it's one of the developers over there who has his head screwed on wrong, or if it's some lawyer over there at Activision keeping you from doing it. But whatever it is, listen to your fucking fans. There are millions of us who will resubscribe to your game to play the game in this way. And if you don't let us, we're going to find someone who will.
Okay, so that point there is what this is the point that I was trying to make before, is people don't understand why there's so many people that want to play the game the way it was before. Why does Blizzard not listen and just open up a couple of servers? Like the amount of people that would bring back to the game would just be added revenue, and it's not going to affect how many people are currently playing the game, because people aren't going to quit if they just suddenly announce, okay, we're going to open up 10 vanilla servers. You're not going to have people suddenly say, well, fuck it, I'm not going to play this game anymore. I'm not on one of those vanilla servers, and it doesn't affect me whatsoever. But fuck it, if you open up those servers, I'm not playing anymore. You're not going to have anybody doing that. So, and it's not a technical thing. If Blizzard's programming team can't figure out how to fucking open up one of these vanilla servers, that they have to ask the Nostalrius people how to do it, that's pretty fucking sad. You're a professional team, and this fucking group of volunteers were able to open up a server, and you can't fucking figure it out? Come on, that's pretty bad.
You know, you really should let them have their server back. But I know you're not going to do that at this point. That's fine. But the least you could do is listen to your fucking fans, Blizzard. There are millions of us, and we want you to do this, okay? I mean, your
can't read that comment on stream either.
Decade are telling you the way we want to come back to the game. Invite us in, okay? It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do for your hardcore fans. And if it's all about the money, don't worry. We got money too. God damn it. Sons of bitches.